Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network on the road here at Monroe Central, just in between Parker City and Farmland. I am the superintendent, Kyle Mealy. Alongside me is the coach, John McGlothin. We've made the trip over, and we're just about ready to kick this one off, an MEC matchup. Both teams 1-4 coming into this one. But, Coach, we just came off of the field down there for warm-ups, and I did notice the Monroe Central does have some athletes, and they look athletic.
Yeah, they're the big kids and athletic. We've noticed that when we've come over here in years past. So it's like any game, you're going to have to be ready to play. We're going to have to be ready to, execute, limit the turnovers, and be ready to play some good football and take care of the ball.
They have a couple of good players when it comes to the stat sheet. Their main quarterback and main offensive threat is number 18, Lane Wilson. And he on the season so far has had 84 attempts, 36 of those completed for a 615 yards and a 42% completion rate. Rushing-wise, if you look at their backfield, some of their rushers to mention are number 20, Allum. He is a junior. He's averaging 39.4 yards a game. And then from there, it is Hunt, a sophomore, who has carried the ball for 35 carries and 173 yards, 34.6. So they don't have a whole lot of offense to mention, but they are 1-4. But Warriors, very similar stats, maybe a little bit better offensive stats than that. But this should be a good one. You had a chance to sit down with head coach Matt Nuckols this week, correct?
Yeah, I did, and we had a nice talk and got to go back and look at some of the stats, or some of the plays from last week, and then Coach gave us a little bit of a scouting report on Monroe Central that you'll be able to hear his thoughts and some of the things maybe that he's looking for in tonight's game.
And a reminder that as we get ready to queue up that Week 6 conversation with Coach Nuckols, a reminder of our sponsors, the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, Star Financial Bank, and the Dowling Dumpster Rentals. Reminder that the Star Financial Bank scoreboard will be scrolling in the bottom of your screen all throughout the game. And we want to thank our sponsors. They help bring us all of the Wes-Del Sports Network content, but they also help us to provide you with this pregame. So without further ado, let's get you to Coach McGlothin sitting down with Coach Nuckols for Week 6 of the Coaches Show.
Welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network pregame show. I'm here with Coach Nuckols, as always. Coach, before we talk about this week's matchup, let's go backwards a little bit and talk about North White last week. We did see a good team, which we knew coming into it was going to be a good team, and a really good player and quarterback. And, sometimes when you look at other teams and you see a good player, they're not always as advertised. He was. He's a good player, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you go against a team, you see a good high school player. But he was a good and the real deal. So just talk a little bit about what you thought about, some thoughts after last week's game.
Yeah, like you said, North White, it's a really tough team. They're undefeated, top 10 in 1A right now. Quarterback, I know we talked a little bit last week. First in the state. I think he's top 5, number 3 or 4 right now in the nation in rushing. The kid was, like you said, as advertised. He was a heck of a player. Offensively for us, I was pretty happy. We were right at 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I thought we moved the ball really well. Defensively, I liked our game plan. I think we struggled tackling a little bit, which I know when you got a kid at that caliber, you're at a disadvantage a little bit.
Sure.
But they're a senior heavy team. Those kids have been playing together for 4 years. Most of them have been playing varsity since their freshman year. So they just have a lot of experience, and it was a good team for us to play. We had a couple guys go down pretty early. Brock went out early in the first half, and then Blake Whitehead, who's been a great addition. And with him going down at the end, we had to move some things around defensively.
Right.
If you watch those first couple possessions, we had a couple really good stops defensively. When he went out, we had to do some shuffling that, we have some really good players, and we're proud of them that stepped up and could get in there. But it does look a little bit different when it's not your number one.
Let's look at a few of those clips from last week, Coach Nuck, and then maybe you can talk us through about some of the things that we're looking at. But go ahead and show us the first clip, and then we'll talk through it.
Yeah, sure. This first clip, first quarter, this is our first drive, actually. We've been moving the ball a little bit. A couple things to highlight here. This is a rocket play to the right side for us. We're in our flip formation. A few things to look at before we start playing it. Corbin Price, we had him bump his splits down. We really wanted him to help seal on the edge instead of out on a DB. And he does a great job here. Gets a heck of a block on the D end. And then Blake Whitehead, who we were talking about, he's kind of been a gadget player for us the last couple weeks offensively. Doesn't do everything, but does a few things, and he does them really well. So he gets a key block here on the edge that sets up a big-time run for Trey Adams on a 53-yard touchdown. Blake got out there on the edge. Grayson gets a good chip block, and then Trey kind of shows off how dynamic he can be out there, out there in space.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but anytime you can get Trey out in space is a great thing for us and for him. He shows his athleticism, like you said. The one thing that we sometimes forget about is how much that starts up front, and like you said, the blocking to allow that to get him punched outside and finish that run off.
Yeah, we've been thrilled with our O-line recently. Some guys have really been stepping up, and we've been blocking things really well. We're averaging about 6 yards a carry this year, and close to 8 over the last 3 games. So they're really starting to figure it out. We've played some pretty tough teams recently, so we're really happy with their.
Yeah, that's great. Go ahead and show us the next clip.
This is a defensive clip, and a couple of those guys we were just talking about on the O-line just happen to be, a couple of our interior defensive tackles. So what you're going to see here, Dallas Godby and Luke Powers, and they don't get near the attention they should, but they have really been turning it on. They had a running back. He's averaging a little over 100 yards a game. They try a little inside run play here, and both our D tackles get great extension and just stuff this play right up the middle. Something that's really hard to see from the stands is this is like perfect teach tape for our D tackles. We showed it on Saturday when we came in for film. Them able to just get locked on those guards, get that extension, get rid of them, and make a little play here right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and we have mentioned those guys' names quite a few times this year, and they are both having really good years. I don't think it's any kind of mistake that when I walk in the weight room and see them in the weight room, they're killing it in the weight room too. So it all's really paying off for both of them. Happy for them, and you're right. We do seem to call their names a lot on the Friday nights.
Absolutely.
Go ahead with the next clip.
Here's a quick slant we had second half. So we got to the short side of the field here. We went trips towards the boundary and backside, and we talked a lot about Abdullah here, this season. Him being a first-year guy, but just how dynamic he can be out on the edge. Runs a quick slant here. The ball's a little high. He makes a good play on it, and then he just kind of turns on the jets. And one of those, makes a great play here off a kid and gets outside. Great job. I think against most teams, this is going to be a touchdown. That quarterback they have that happens to play free safety.
Yeah.
The dude can move a little bit, so hawk him down
athlete
there. But a great play by him. O-line gave Triton a lot of good time, and it was good stuff for us.
Yeah, anytime we have extra time, our routes seem to be pretty good. Give Triton a chance to get those guys, and again, good things will happen to us when we get the ball out there. And then our last clip here.
I think we have 2 more.
Okay, sorry.
1 or 2 more. This may be the last one. It's not a huge play. It went for 8 yards, but a few things I'm really happy with. This is second half. After the first half, we were hitting this play. It was going pretty well. It's our down play, so you're going to see our O-line, our tight end, our wing really crash everything down. Our guard is going to kick out on their defensive end and just create that seam. Like we said, Brock Nauman went down first half,
right.
And we had a freshman, Riker Mock, step in and just couldn't be happier with how he played.
Yes.
A kid that hasn't gotten a lot of reps on varsity. He's been kind of tearing it up on JV, but he showed that, he can get out there a little bit on a Friday night. We made an adjustment at half. We had our wing, Mason Davis and Trey Adams, when they were blocking on these plays, they were getting a little too wide and attacking the wrong guy. So at halftime we adjusted and they were going down to that inside linebacker, and you can see him, Mason right here, number 11, really get to that backer and seal that off. And what in the first half was a 4 or 5 yard play, we made an adjustment and turned this into a 9 yard play here.
Good. Yeah, I thought Riker gave you good minutes. It's what we preach as coaches. Next guy's got to be ready to play, because you never know when that time's going to come, and you got to take the most of your chances and most of advantage of whatever time you get. So it was a nice job. And
yeah.
anytime you've talked about a couple of different injuries, so you just never know. Guys have to be ready to go.
Yeah, we've been really happy with this year compared to last year. Just those extra numbers, and we're still really young, but we've been able to build some good depth. So
Right.
that last year we get a couple guys hurt. A lot of those guys were young to begin with. This year we have some kids that we're building that depth. So a guy goes down, it may not be your star athlete, but it's a kid that comes in and does a good job and can be very serviceable for us.
It also makes your practices better when
Absolutely.
you have more depth. So, all right, and then our next clip.
Yeah, last one here. A really good thrown ball by Triton to Trey here. We hit this quick hit out to Abdullah a few different times, and he was able to make some really good stuff happen. Here we run that line motion out there towards him. Trey fakes that stock block, and Triton puts a great ball underneath the safety over top that cornerback for a touchdown.
Threw it right over his shoulder. That was a nice catch, nice throw, and everything had to be just right on that, and that's exactly what happened on that one. So, yeah, nice job there all the way around. Again, starts up front, give your quarterback time, and you can see what happens when that's available and that's able to happen. So,
Absolutely.
So that leads us into tonight's game, Monroe Central. Obviously, a little more familiar, closer down the road. We're able to know a little bit about each other. So tell us what we should know about Monroe Central, what you found out as coaches as you're going through this week.
Yeah, it's one of those, and I know Monroe's had they've had a great past here. They've been very successful.
Yeah.
I know the record doesn't look great, but I think they're really underrated. They've had a tough schedule, and they're a lot like us. They're very young this year. A lot of sophomores and juniors playing in there. It's going to be a tough football game. You're going to see two really tough, hard-nosed teams on both sides. Defensively, what we've seen from them previously is a forefront. That's the first time we've had that since about week 3. We saw it for about half the game. Something if we see, we definitely have some different things that early in the year we were able to hit on. That we're going to be pretty excited about. And then defensively, a good thing kind of for us, they like to play in a box a lot like us. You're going to see a lot of 2 and 3 back stuff from them and just some smash mouth football. So it's going to be a tough game for us, tough game for them, one that's going to be very competitive on both sides, but something that we feel really good about and we're excited for.
Yeah, so buckle up, watch tonight. Let's be ready to go. Good luck tonight in tonight's game, and whatever schemes or things, we want to bring home that Harvest helmet that's been over there for a little while.
Yes,
so
sir.
Let's keep pushing forward, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Jam, perfect timing. It's just in time for kickoff here as the Warriors will be on defense. They'll be kicking off to the Monroe Central Golden Bears. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Coach, excellent job once again with the Coaches Show there, the pregame. Brought to you by your sponsor, Star Financial Bank, Van Mater Reed Realty Team, and the Dowling Dumpster Rentals. We're getting ready to kick this thing off. As we said, Warriors are kicking to Monroe Central. They'll be on defense first and going to get things started here. This is the soup with the coach, and I believe it will be Corbin Price booting the ball off for us, going against the Monroe Central Golden Bears on Harvest Helmet Classic. It is their homecoming. Warriors haven't won the Harvest Helmet Classic in 10 years. Here we go. And that looks like it's going to be Allum with the return. And up across the middle, finally taken down there. I think that was number 22. No, number
Mason Davis.
23, Jonah Whitworth.
Jonah Whitworth on the tackle.
So coming out will be the quarterback for Monroe Central. That is Lane Wilson. He is a junior. He's thrown for 615 yards on 36 completions. Out of 84 attempts. Running in the backfield, I believe, will be Allum and Hunt. Wilson now under center. And it is going to be a pitch. That is to Allum. Allum across for a first down before he's still on his feet.
Going.
Finally pulled out of bounds by Grayson Mealy.
Picks up about 20 yards on that carry.
That was a big carry there. And a good first carry for Monroe Central. So, yeah, a gain of 20 on the play. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball's going to be on the 39-yard line into Warrior territory. Wilson again, quick to go. Looks like it's going to be a lot of little end around here.
Misdirection.
This is Hunt coming around the outside. I thought that was a hold, but they're not going to call it. Finally tackled by Alec Thornburg, number 10 on the outside. But that was an interesting block. They're going to say it was legal on Dooley.
Well, Dooley's going to have to sell that, fight around that, show that, act like his arms are getting caught up in that. Instead, he kind of went with the block, and he's going to have to fight around and get outside of that.
Hunt with the carry. He comes into this one with 173 yards and picks up another first down. It's going to be ball on the 25, 1st and 10. And that one stopped immediately, and that is Godby. It was in on that tackle, number 76, Luke Powers. Great stop by the guys up front on that one for the Warriors.
That's what we need a little more of, make them have to do something different. And they first 2 plays picked up big chunks of yardage, and now they're going to have to second down and no gain at all in that play. So now they're going to have to maybe change up their idea a little bit and see what they do here.
Number 14 is Justice Olam. And then number 64 is Julius Olam. And number 20, Jeremiah Olam. That is
14.
Justice Olam.
Let's see where they marked this. I think it looks like he might be just short, at least for the far marker. Yes, they're calling it third and 1.
They are pushing up front pretty strong. This is one, Coach, we're probably going to have to look at the monitor a little bit more than we look out the window.
Yeah.
It's a little easier to see on Mr. Producer's monitor than it is from the vantage point up here. Blocked.
Small windows.
A lot of blocked views. So it is a 3rd and 1. Ball is on the 16-yard line. 10-17 to go. And it is Justice in motion and then stop. Ooh, going to get the first down just enough.
You got the first down, but did a decent job of clogging that up.
Jonah Whitworth inside on that one. That was number 34, or excuse me, number 30. And that is
not on there.
I don't see it. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. They got it. That's 31. 31 is Dion Sloss. 1st and 10, ball on the 12, folks. Again, now out of the shotgun is Wilson.
Throw
looks
this
to
time.
pass. Ball is away. It is caught by Olam, and he is trying to pound in for a touchdown, and he finally gets in there. He ran right over Corbin Price, who was the first tackler there, and just barreled his way in. And
had him stopped initially, and then he just kept chugging his feet and pushed himself right in there.
Very quick set of possessions there for the Golden Bears. We'll see if they are lining up to kick, and it's 6-0 now. The Warriors just have to answer. This could be a good old-fashioned shootout if we can score as well.
Let's see what happens here on the kick.
Kick is up, and it looks to be good. And it is 7-0 for the Golden Bears leading the Warriors. We'll stay with you again as we switch over, and let's take a look at some Wes-Del offensive stats. Triton Blevins, the senior, number 18, coming in under center as a quarterback. He is 28 on 67 attempts for 434 yards at a 41% completion. We do not pass heavily, but we have been known in the last few weeks to put it up in the air. He's averaging about 15.5 yards per pass. The big thing comes from some of the ground game. When Trey Adams is playing the whole game, Coach, he's been able to pick up some good yardage when he's in. He's been averaging almost 62 yards a game. He's got 313 yards overall. And then Brock Nauman has 287 yards. It's really a two-headed monster between our halfback and our fullback.
Well, and the other thing is it does allow it to open up that passing game. Then once you can knock a few runs down or get some misdirections and cut loose and get those speed guys going down the field, we can get some of those bigger plays, big chunk plays.
And the kicker for them is number 32. That is Nick Hendrickson. He'll be kicking off for the Golden Bears. So quick score, it's going to be 9-31, and the Golden Bears up 7 already in the Harvest Helmet Classic. Here's the kick. And that one is back. It will be Trey Adams with it, looking for a block. He gets cut inside, finally tackled. That was number 3, and that is Brylan Case.
Yeah, that was the last guy to get him, too.
Yeah.
He didn't make that tackle.
It was trouble.
Trey was going to turn the Jets on and get a little further downfield. So decent field position here on the 30, what looks like the 38.
Yeah, 1st and 10 on the 38.
So now, like you said, we've got a match. Offensively, we're going to have to try to do something here.
See if we can run the ball just as effectively with the big guys up front as the Golden Bears were able to. And it looks like we're going to go for a throw, and it is Blevins, and he did a good job of getting that out I don't mind that on first down. See what you have. He's rolling out to his right, and he threw it to where nobody could get to it.
Yeah,
Our receiver, it was out of bounds.
Yeah, it was going to be Trey or no one. And that time they had him. Looks like right now they're going to put somebody on Trey man-to-man and then somebody over the top. They're not going to let Trey beat us. So, Trey's going to have to run good patterns and do something. We've got to
Injury timeout. Dallas Godby. He was able to get up on his own. He's kind of walking off with
Tony Cox is there.
Henry County Sports Medicine, Tony Cox, the trainer for the Warriors. That would be one where hopefully Dallas can get that looked at and get back in the game. That's a big, important position player for us on our line, Dallas Godby. You hear his name called both on the defensive side, and he makes a lot of room and space on the offensive side. So we'll let Mr. Tony Cox take a look at him and hopefully get him back out here as soon as possible. We are still having a little bit of the injury bug. Blake Whitehead out tonight, and I believe Owen Long is out with illness. So a couple of regulars are gone. Here we go, 2nd and 10 on the 38.
I'm going to keep it.
This is a keeper on the outside.
That's a broken play.
Yep, something didn't go right there, and it doesn't look like it was a pickup of anything. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Triton turned around and handed the ball off. No one was there. So somebody didn't run the right play, and that was a broken play. Triton just got back to the line of scrimmage there. So now it's 3rd and long for us. They've put us in a tough spot.
Well, they had it 3rd and 34, but they got it cleaned up. It's 3rd and 10 on the 38. Haven't gained anything so far, and probably going to look at a pass play if you're keeping track at home.
I think so. Unless they see something they like, but they're crowding the box, so I would say see what we can get, unless it's an end-around play to Trey. That's Mason Davis.
And that is Mason Davis. He's trying to get up the middle, and that one didn't really develop either. So
picks up about 2. It'll be 4th and 8, maybe 3. We'll call it 4th and 7.
This has some. This has a little bit of Southern Wells start to it right now. We're just not real sharp, and I don't see us firing off the ball very well, so we've got to pick that up a little bit.
Yeah, the Southern Wells game we talked about before that almost first series or so, we had to remind ourselves we were okay and we could play with them. So
yeah,
we got a fair catch called for.
Right there at the 30-yard line, probably just across to the 31 maybe. And that's where Monroe Central will take over with, I think it only took them 6 plays to score on their last possession, and it was a heavy run until the final play that got him in, which was a pass to Allum. So you're going to hear a lot of those names called. Number 14, Justice Allum. You're going to hear number 20, Jeremiah Allum. And you're going to hear 31, Deion Sloss. And they're going to have a heavy, heavy run game. And Lane Wilson as quarterback is no small guy.
No,
I will say that.
225.
And that's a quick handoff. This is Allum on the outside.
Cuts
he gets
up,
blocked.
We're in trouble.
He is going to be hard to catch.
They got one guy left.
One guy left to beat, and it's a touchdown.
Drag him in. Triton got there, but tried to go high on him, or should have just been better served, maybe push him out of bounds if he had the angle, but he tried to go high and just ran through it and able to score a touchdown quickly.
I will say this is if you're a Golden Bears fan, this is a bright surprise. They do not have big play on their stat sheet, but they have done it quickly here against the Warriors. So again, you got some guys out, you got some different guys in there, and but Wes-Del has got to find a solution. And right there, Coach Hostetler knows that one of our Achilles' heel is to get to the outside.
His kick is up.
And that one's good. And it's 14-0 in less than 4 minutes. So.
Well, I mean, it's like we said in the Southern Wells game, luckily they only scored the one touchdown, and we responded a little bit after a series or two, so we're going to have to respond. I mean, otherwise they're just going to keep running it down our throat. I mean, why would they do anything else at this point?
No reason to change it.
We haven't shown that we can stop the run. So,
I want our guys to show a little bit of life here. I feel like we did not gotten off the bus yet.
Monroe Central's running with a purpose when they're running hard. So, kick from the other side this time.
Somebody tell the officials that we're getting ready to kick it off.
grabbing a kicking ball here, I think. There he goes. He found it.
They were having a powwow back at the. Looks like they're on a powwow at the 5. I can tell you this much: there's about 2 of them that don't need to sprint because it looks like it hurts.
I was going to say, Monroe Central's got too many guys out there. I could tell just by looking, but they pulled one of them off, got somebody off.
I'm not saying I look good when I run, but there were a couple of those officials when they figured they had to run down the field. It looked painful. And Hendrickson will kick it off. The Warriors down 14-0, 8:27 to go in the first quarter. So hopefully we get a better series offensively than we did. We did a 3-and-out on the last one.
A short kick. This time Corbin.
Corbin Price has it. Trying to get to the outside. He's got some room if he can get some speed going here. He's up the sideline. Not a bad return. I think he's across the 40 there before he's out of bounds.
Yep. Looks like they mark it right about the 40. So, again, not bad field position for us.
No, we just need to make something happen.
You get something going here, get a couple first downs, keep the ball, so we'll keep the defense off the field a little bit and see if we can string together. Starts with a first down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to have some of that momentum. Let's see if we can make something happen early. The way it's going to be a pass play, and there is a flag and a false start on the Warriors.
Remember, we have someone new up there now because Dallas is still getting worked on over there on the sideline. I think Tony is taping him up. And here comes Dallas back in the game. So,
and he does have tape.
Yeah.
On his leg there. So Godby's back in. A reminder that we talked about the fact that Blake Whitehead was injured last week. He's not in the lineup. He's usually on the line. Owen Long, one of our runners, is out ill tonight. So continually having that injury bug and illness bug problems. Here the Warriors are 1st and 15.
Throw again.
Going to throw again. Nice little underthrow and dropped.
Trey had that one, and he'd like to have that one back. That was right in his hands, and he just didn't bring it in. But that would have got him back probably a little past the initial line of scrimmage there.
So it's going to be 2nd and 15, ball on the 45-yard line. Warriors just trying to find a gear that sticks, that works right now early on, and sadly they can't waste much time because Monroe Central is scoring at will.
Mason Davis in motion there.
This time hand off to Brock Nauman, and he ran right into the back of one of his guys, and then the Bears were right there to make the play. Maybe a pickup of 1.
Yeah, pickup of a yard.
It's going to be 3rd and 14. Here the Warriors are, second possession, in same dire straits that they were in their first possession. Really nothing happening offensively and nothing happening defensively.
See if we can get something going here. I'd like to get one of these guys, even if you catch it short, with some room to run, a little bit of room to run. They're really crowded, trying to put pressure. So we've got 2 guys to the right here and 1 to the left. Let's see what we do with it. Going back to pass. He's got
time.
Got plenty of time.
See if he's got a guy that's way too long, and that'll be a.
There's a flag, though. I think that's going to be defensive holding. My guess is that's holding.
Surprisingly, the Monroe Central fans don't agree with it.
Well, we're usually on the road or on the visitor or the home side, so that was holding. You could see. We wondered it was either way overthrown or he just didn't run the pattern out. But it looks like there's a reason. It's like he was getting held.
It's an automatic first down, I believe.
I don't think so in high school.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, it was enough for a first down. Sorry, because it's a 15.
Well, the Whitehead immediately called it an automatic first down.
Okay. Huh?
Before they even measured, he already said first down.
Maybe I'm wrong.
So maybe he just knew in the math.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know if I'm right. But anyway, first down for the Warriors, thanks to a defensive hold. See if we can get something going here. Get in that end zone. Back to pass again.
We're going to have to get rid of it.
He's got to get
it out there, and that might be grounding. Let's see if they drop the flag.
What was with the late shove?
See if they. Oh, that's. At least they're saying that Trey was close enough. I thought they might.
I kind of wondered about.
I
don't know how long do you have to give before it's a late hit?
Yeah,
the ball was out. There was no reason to shove him.
I wasn't watching that as much.
Justin Fall was. He was on top of it.
Is that who we have tonight?
That's who we have back there.
Oh. Well, he'll be happy to tell you.
Oh, he will. Yeah. He's his favorite official.
Here we go, 2nd and 10. So it looks like Coach Hansen feels like we can throw the ball, and there's a misdirection, and Trey's still going.
Get up. Oh, man, we just could not get through that.
Short.
Helmet off, by the way. Why does Monroe Central have their helmet off?
Well, it popped off somehow. He's going to have to come out for a game. I wish. He's going to have to come out for a play.
I don't think it popped off. I think it actually just somehow he took it off, which should be a penalty.
Yeah, Coach Ho was asking him what's going on down there. Put that chin strap on a little better there, or keep it on, one or the other, because either way you got to come out for a play.
Yeah. It's going to be 3rd down and
looks like 3rd and 12 probably.
Yeah.
So we were able to pick it up last time, albeit on a penalty, but we'll take it however we can get it. Let's get another first down here.
Yeah.
Abdullah out here to the far right.
They're going to be bringing everybody on a pass play, I can tell you that much.
Well, it's going to be a pitch
To
to Trey.
You're going to need to get behind some blockers and get going.
Keep going.
It's close, but not close. That might be 4th down territory, though.
I think it's close enough that Coach Nuck may take a chance here. 4th and about 4?
I think it's less than that. I think it's like 2, maybe 3. You might be right. That's a long.
Say 3. Long 3.
It's a 4. Just give it to you. I think we're going for it.
Yeah, we are.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are. Trey coming in with a play here.
We might want to get it in. We've been known to.
We're down to 12. We got time.
We got time.
We may run the same play, just going to the other way. Watch and see here. We maybe just do the same thing going the other way. Nope. Oh, fumble. So that's going to be, no matter what, it's turnover on downs.
I'm telling you, we're still on the bus. It's frustrating.
Well, that's going to be a turnover on downs.
We act like we were beat when we got off the bus. We have no energy. Nobody's going firing a hard. I just call it like I see it. Boys, you got to get it going. Timeout, Monroe Central. Guess what? It's going to be the first time you can either enjoy a spot by the IHSA or Farm Bureau or whoever it is. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
There you go, folks. The Wes-Del football is made possible by the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, Jan Van Mater Reed, Brian Van Mater, Star Financial Bank, and Dowling Dumpster Rentals. Those are your Wes-Del Sports Network sponsors. And we're back here. 1st and 10, ball on the 45 for Monroe Central. They've scored on their first 2 drives. And here is a snap, and it's going to be all to the outside, trying to tackle him and wrapping him up. Good job by Corbin Price.
Corbin made the first hit, and then we were able to force him out of bounds, string him outside a little bit, make him go outside, and don't let him cut back upfield.
I like it. Gain of about 4 on the play, but it's better than the big gains they were getting. Let's see if I can.
Time is keeper.
It is keeper. We got pursuit by Luke Powers, and now a nice tackle. Stay with it. Good tackle made there by Malachi DuBois.
Yeah, it was a great job of getting in there and putting pressure on. So it's going to bring 3rd and 5. It's the first time we've kind of put them into a tougher position here on 3rd down.
I like it. And it is going to be a
switching things up. That last time they had number 14 at quarterback, and now they're
trying to get that play in and
brought back they're going back to their regular quarterback.
Here we go. 3rd and 5.
That's a handoff.
Hand it off. It's going to be enough. It's going to be plenty. Big gain. That was number 87, I believe. And that is Ethan Hunt. We talked about Hunt before. Second leading rusher on the team, but behind Allum.
Yeah, they got way too deep on that before we made initial contact. They've got to get in there and close those holes up a little better than that. And then when they do get there, they're going to have to wrap them up.
1st and 10, ball on the 32, 4:12 to go. Got a flag.
That's going to be a legal shift. False starts what he's calling. That's not what the side judge said. The side judge said legal formation or legal shift. But
be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to put them at
1st and 15.
1st and 15.
4:10 still here to go in the first quarter.
You're on it. Ball's on the 37.
Not even sure from where you're at. You can't even see the scoreboard.
Barely. But you know what? 2 years ago, I was in the bitter cold on top of this press box, so I don't know that I'll complain.
You have to remind me.
Wilson gets a snap. He's back to throw. Pressure coming from the Warriors.
Looks like he was going to put it down and
And
run.
Malachi Du Bois has got him, and he's going to be finished off by several.
He'll pick up about 4, but it's going to leave second and about 11 now. So we did a good job in coverage. Wasn't able to find anybody downfield.
Yeah.
And like you said, Malachi able to get up there and put some pressure on. We've called Malachi's names a couple times tonight.
He's been
already.
doing a nice job. Second, and that is not correct. As I said, they had 21 on them. What do we got? What do they got here? You got a whistle.
Equipment timeout. Corbin's shoe was untied, so Triton tied it for him.
I don't know if that'd be the guy I'd pick.
Well, listen.
Like rabbit ears.
Get those Velcro
Make the
shoes.
rabbit ears. They're going to pass again. They're getting some pressure. That's Jonah Whitworth. Almost got to him. Nice job by Jonah and a nice job by Corbin Price.
Both guys doing a good job in coverage, so that's going to make it 3rd and 8.
And it's been a quick first quarter. We're already down to 2:50. That's because not much has stopped.
Quick?
I thought so. I don't know.
Oh.
It's just if
It's
I
running.
sound like I'm off my games because there's a lot of work. I have to go back and forth.
I know,
It's
we're
either
rock-
look at the monitor or try to stick your head out a window.
I know. I'm trying not to get in your way. There's a
Wilson,
flag.
there's a flag.
Looks like a free play.
And
makes
it
the
is
catch.
caught. And he is in. We'll see what the call is.
So if that's on us, then it's going to be a touchdown. Let's see what the call is.
It looks like, from what people are saying, it's probably going to be on the Warriors.
Here comes the call.
Could be. He's going to get to position or do something. Anytime. Nope.
False start.
False start, so that one
play
comes back.
Well, that play should have been blown dead initially. As soon as there's a false start, the play's over.
Why would you have someone get hurt?
No, the play is dead.
Hey, it's supposed to be me.
I know, but
It's not supposed to be
as
you
soon as
getting
there's a
frustrated.
false
It's supposed to be me.
You blow the whistle when there's a false start. The play's over.
Hey,
Defensively, that's why I said it had to be on the defense. Because
Welcome,
you let
welcome.
The play go.
welcome to my side.
Here we go. 3rd and that's good for us. 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13. Come on, boys. Get to stop here. He's back to throw. Get some
a little bit of
pressure.
pressure and-
Get in there. Get in there.
Oh,
Nice job. I thought
Almost.
Grayson tried to get up there and get it, and then it was Triton who
Triton.
almost had it.
Grayson almost tipped it, and Triton had it in his hands. But you know how that is. You're running full speed and just able to be hitting himself on the helmet because he knew he probably should have had it.
And now there wasn't anybody in his way.
So that's 4. That's going to bring up a long 4th and 14. So it looks their punting unit is on.
Is their punter their quarterback?
It looks like it's all them back here.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'd be careful of this one.
Yes.
Whenever you put a guy who can gain 20,
There's another flag.
flag all over the place. There's so many flags.
And that's going to be a
gonna go in.
touchback. So let's see what the flag is.
You never know. I mean,
I think this one,
I'm trying to find the white hat.
coach is asking here.
Are we re-kicking?
We can choose that. We should be able to choose.
He's talking to Nuckols, so it's got to be on. Well, no, he's talking to a side judge, but I think he's got to talk to Nuckols.
Yeah, he's asking, do you want to take it on the touchback? Or do you want to let him kick again? I think he'll decline it.
I'll start again.
This time he
decline.
declines.
Yeah.
We'll take the touchback because if not, you get pinned back there deep. So we'll take it on the.
Hey. Now I
20.
said, boys, we got to get off the bus. We've had a little bit of response here. It's
Got our first stop there.
Well, we're starting to see it. We're starting to see a little response out of these guys. Just wake up a little bit.
We're on the 20 now. We need to, again, string together a few first downs. 2:09.
I'll tell you what I'm happy about. That Mr. Producer brought this monitor.
Oh man, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
be on
I'm
my
basically
shoulders
I'm basically watching the game like they are.
You'd be on my shoulders at this point. It's brought.
Oh man,
took his helmet off. That's going to be a high hit,
Yeah.
personal foul, face mask.
We'll take it. And of course, Monroe Central doesn't like it, but the rules are the rules.
Let's see what they get here. 15 yards.
I mean, if you take the helmet off, it's a pretty easy face mask.
That'll be a first down.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
And in better field position, too.
Yeah.
So,
walked it on down.
yeah, that'll be up to the 35.
I will say we are probably winning, knock on wood, the penalty game right now.
So far.
So, sure that these guys are not going to get served at the Chocolate Moose tonight if the penalties keep going this direction.
Nothing at Jerry's Dairy on the way out.
They're not getting the Sloppy Joe and a Coke for $4.
Nope.
Go back to throw. He's got a guy. Let's see if Dooley keeps
he's got
going with
Dooley.
it. A lot of action there.
You don't have to – technically, you don't have to look back at the ball. I don't know if that was terrible coverage. I think if Dooley stops and runs back into him a little bit right there, he might get the call or falls. But I don't want to penalize. That wasn't terrible coverage by the kid. Not a bad throw by Triton.
Play was there.
Yes.
I've noticed this. Came into this game and I put my foot in my mouth. I said we didn't throw very often, and so far we've gone to the air more than we've gone to the ground. But we'll see. We'll see if maybe that opens something up.
Well, something that Coach Hansen has seen on films that he likes matchups there, and you can see they press everybody up to stop the run. So
2nd and 10 on the 35. Here we go. A little bit of trouble.
Mason Davis.
Mason Davis is caught way behind. That wasn't going anywhere. And it's a big loss, almost a loss of about 6.
Yes.
So it's going to be 3rd and
15 maybe.
I think it's 16. And it's at 1:20 in the first quarter. Again, the Monroe Central Golden Bears scored on their first 2 possessions to make it 14-0.
Well, this is one of those deals where you got a lot of ground to make up. How aggressive do you want to be if you're Coach Hansen? Do you want to take a shot and go downfield, or do you want to play more conservative, try to give yourself a little more room, play the field position game? See what he decides. This might be the last play of the
It looks that
quarter.
way.
We'll see.
It's a screen.
It's out to Dooley.
Got to get on it. Got to get on it.
Cut it
Got to
up,
get on it.
you
Got
gotta
to
run.
go. You've got to run. And that was a pickup. Not enough.
See what Coach
Soon we'll-
Nuck decides to do here.
Soon we'll kick.
I don't know. Yeah.
He has to now. The play clock's running, and there's 32 on the game clock. So
Yeah, we're going to have to run another play.
are we?
Yeah, it looks like Corbin's back to punt.
I would say we would.
I would run this all the way down, though. Punt it with about
I'd
1.
kick it out of bounds.
Well, where you're at, I'd punt it with about 1 on the clock.
You're asking a lot out of our guys to stay still.
And a good
There's a
snap,
good
and a good kick,
kick.
and another fair catch called for. That's number 4 back there.
Caught at the 25-yard line. Not a bad kick. Corbin's
No.
been getting better and better each
He has.
week.
Getting good height on those kicks, which allows your guys to get downfield. So made him call 2 fair catches on the last 2 punts.
3 seconds left in the first quarter, and we're going to take a break at the quarter.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't telling you.
Oh, okay. Saw that cooler behind you. Maybe need something to drink.
3 seconds. This will be the last play of the quarter. Warriors' last defensive possession, they made a stop. Let's see if they can make that happen again. And that is
For a
Wilson
keeper.
with it on a keeper. And he is rumbling to a first down before he's tackled by Triton Blevins and Abdullah-Mir, and that is the end of the first quarter. The Golden Bears leading 14-0 here after one in the Harvest Helmet Classic. We'll be back with you here for the second quarter. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we're back here for the second quarter. Getting ready to get started here. Getting ready to snap this one. And there it is. That one's away. Wilson going to, and that's a sack.
Good job.
Sack made by Jonah Whitworth. And
good play by Jonah there. He just got a lot of pressure and was able to
getting up
get him.
Slowly is Godby. He's still having some issues.
He's nursing that. One of those things that you're probably just going to have to grind it out.
But big loss there, and nice job by Jonah Whitworth. He was on the blind side of Lane Wilson, came unblocked, and got the sack. So excellent job by Jonah.
Easton Stewart's going to come in and give Dallas a break again.
Here they go back to pass again.
Yeah,
Again,
more pressure
coming after
again.
him, and that's another. That is going to be
Jonah again.
Whitworth again off the end with
back sacks.
a little help from Malachi Du Bois there, and that's back-to-back big losses there. I mean, he is just not getting touched on back-to-back plays.
Well, something they've seen defensively is allowing him to come. I don't know if one of the linebackers is coming up and engaging the guy that has to block, but Jonah's getting off that and coming around the end quick and putting a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 30, folks, and two big plays, momentum plays by big number 23, Jonah Whitworth there. And we've talked about him all year long, and he's sitting on that end, and he is looking at him again. See if he can get around. He's going to try to throw. That one up in the air, and he's got him, and that was not great coverage. Wide open. I don't know how we lost him there. But Triton Blevins, man, I can't believe we can't get that stop on 3rd and 30.
So 2 big plays in a row for us were just when you feel like maybe there's a momentum play, they swing it. And that's how quickly momentum can shift in a game like this. You got to make a play. We make 2 good plays back to back, and then, you know, they get rid of the ball a little quicker. Got to make a play in the back end of that.
Took a lot of pressure off. Now they can go back to the run game, which has been something that we have struggled to stop here. But they're back to throw again. And that one they brought everybody and finally tripped up there. Nice play by Triton Blevins.
Yeah, that's a design. Let the guys go through because they're going to throw it right over the top of the defensive line for a little screen pass.
Well, it's smart after Jonah Whitworth gets 2 sacks to say, okay, we'll just bait you into this, and then we'll make your secondary have to do the tackling.
Correct. So they pick up about 7 on that.
It will be 2nd and 3 on the 39. It's 9:29 to go here. And now it is a handoff. And
got him stopped. It's going to be short.
Coming up from that one is several guys there.
Look like Grayson, Mealy, and maybe Luke Powers.
Yeah, I believe that's who was in on that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, ball on the 38. See if we can get a stop here. But I believe they're in 4-down territory.
Well, we'd like to make them have to make that decision.
Handoff, that's Allum. Allum has it, and he's pounding forward before he's taken down. And
Cam Bonner-Schmidt.
Yeah, Bonner-Schmidt was in on that one. Initial hit made by number 23, Jonah Whitworth. First down, and that'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 29 now. We got everybody, all the runners in. Looks like he's going to go to pass. Pass made over the middle and taken down there, tackle made. And that was Triton Blevins again. Triton making a lot of tackles out of the secondary. In fact, most of the tackles coming from the secondary right now have been Triton Blevins.
Which is great that Triton's making those tackles, but you don't want your defensive backs making a lot of tackles. That means they're getting deep on you. So.
Yeah.
We'd love to have some more of these guys up front. Triton is doing his job when they get there. All of a sudden, they decided to pass quite a bit.
They have 2nd and 4.
It's a misdirection handoff.
Into the outside. Again, Triton Blevins with the tackle, knocking him out of bounds, and that's enough for a first down. That was number 14, Justice Allum with the carry. So
Corbin Price made contact with him about the line of scrimmage, wasn't able to bring him down.
This is going to be a 1st and 10 on the 15. Again, the
Clock's
Golden Bears are knocking on the door.
See how aggressive they get now if they just want to keep running the ball, which they've had some success with, or if they're going to allow quarterback to step back and throw a little bit. He's thrown some nice passes. I'll have to give him credit. He throws a nice football.
And Wilson is back to pass. He's looking for a guy in the corner. Goes over the middle.
It's caught.
And it is caught. And we have a Warrior down. I think that might be that is Triton Blevins, but he's up.
He's going to go out for a play. It looks like number 3 for them made the catch on that.
Yeah, that's Brylan Case. I've given up looking out the windows, as you can tell.
Yeah, well, I'm trying still. I don't know why. 2nd and 5 from
2nd and 5. There's a towel that keeps getting away from people.
The towel didn't want to go away.
No, that towel wants to be a part of this situation.
There's a false start they didn't call.
Yeah, it's a big false start.
It's going to be, looks like
short
3rd and about 3. They've got a lot of options here. They've thrown the ball decently, and they've also run the ball pretty well. So, you know what that makes? A hard offense to stop, usually, if you can do all those things. So, got our hands full here. Let's see if we can make a stop. Looks like we're bringing most of our guys up towards the line, expecting a run, and we do get a run. Tripped up, see if we can hold them.
That's a nice tackle there.
It's going to be short.
That is Cam Vonderschmidt with a nice tackle. So that is
picks up about a yard.
4th down.
4th and 2. And I would say we'll go for it. So I'm with you a little bit. We've picked up our intensity, and we're starting to hit a little bit better, starting to move a little faster, starting to have a little more energy.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of a short pass play right here.
Well, looks like they're going to spread us out a little bit. I think they're going right up the gut. Nope, you're right. We're going to throw it, and they've got him out in the and he's going to walk in.
And that is a touchdown for number 14, Justice Allum, and the Monroe Central Golden Bears go up 3 scores in this one with 5:16 to go in the first half.
Well, they didn't fool you on that one, but what they did do is that was a nice play design, watching that unfold, to watch them kind of bring that end around and then opened up that whole other side. But like we said, you had to respect both the run and the pass.
Hendrickson is 2 for 2, and that one may not make it.
That one's no good.
That is no good. So the score is now 20-0 with 5:16 to go. We're going to stay here as they get ready to kick things off. Coach, tomorrow, the Warrior volleyball team, 14-3.
16-3.
16-3. I don't know why I thought 14-3. 16-3 are headed to the Class A showdown.
Yeah, over to Blue River. Great volleyball.
Be there all day, won't you?
We'll be there all day. Well, we are in the pool we know our pool. It is Morristown. We will play Lafayette Central Catholic. and we will play Blue River, the host school, and then we'll have a crossover at some point. Depending on how you finish, you'll have a crossover to determine where you'll end up. And it's a great tournament, and it's a really neat to see those small schools. They travel from all over. Springs Valley will be there, Southwood. They're all different parts of the state. So it'll be a good day of volleyball.
Something off the sports topic.
Okay.
Mr. Producer handed me, and we want to get this plug in there. The Wes-Del Music Department will be presenting a classic car show and trunk or treat
All right.
on Saturday, October 28th at the Wes-Del South parking lot. So
We'll look for a costume this weekend.
you do that, and you bring your classic car. You bring the Jag.
It is a classic.
If you are wanting to get a car in, as we get this kick away,
Corbin.
Corbin Price with it, tackled a good pursuit there. That was number 28.
It's going to be about the 28.
Be Ryder Bolin. But if you do want to put a car in, it's $10 for pre-registration, $12 a day of the event. First place for the classic cars will receive a dash plate.
Ooh.
Top 12 cars will receive a trophy.
Okay.
Be there or be trunked or treated. I don't even know.
I think the trunk or treat's kind of
It's part of it.
a part of it. Yeah.
I've never.
what
I
I
didn't.
do-
Trunk and treat was not during my era.
No, me either. But so what I can do is fill my. I'm supposed to do this, right? I go
Get a
fill-
classic car.
Fill my car up,
You get
my
a-
whole trunk with candy.
Yes.
Okay. And then I bring it and pop that lid and let kids come around and get candy. Sounds like
It sounds like prison.
it's a broken play again.
Yeah.
And that's going to lose
It's
about
a
10 yards.
Yeah, that's a loss there. Tackle made.
Yeah, somebody didn't go the right direction again. Trayton got stuck
We-
with the ball.
We promise if you follow the rules at the trunk or treat, you will not go to prison. It's a classic car show.
I think I'll just visit. I don't
but
think
it's
I'm
a
bringing any candy.
Great way to give a little bit of fundraiser and sponsorship to the booster program, the Music Boosters.
Oh, you caught me off guard on that. I think I'll just go back to looking for a costume. Maybe I can just trunk or treat.
Maybe stay out of that. Blevins back to pass.
Oh, Dooley's got him.
Oh.
Just overthrew him. Good pattern, though.
And that
good.
was 2nd and 18. Ball's on the 21 still. Yeah. What was your favorite Halloween costume that you ever had?
Well, I never had a store-bought one, I can tell you that.
Oh, no. We didn't have any money growing up.
No. So I was a robot one year. My dad painted 2 boxes,
Yeah.
silver,
Classic.
and then took parts of a like old record player and put
Okay.
it on my,
That's pretty. But the homemade ones are more creative.
and I had like the dryer
Yeah,
hoses for arms.
Yeah. Dryer vent. Yeah. Levin's
There's a
back to
pass.
pass
Oh,
screenplay. That
no,
one goes off and
okay.
get caught by Trey Adams.
Off of Nathan Davis's head.
And was actually probably one of our more positive plays offensively this evening.
It's an assist on
It's
that.
going to be 4th down. I would say we're going to kick deep in Golden Bear country. Yeah.
After this punt, we'll just stay here through. I think everybody
Everybody wants to know.
you can tell us what your favorite costume was after this punt.
Okay. It's not that exciting.
Well, I'm waiting.
Do you remember the costumes you could buy? If you did buy one, they came in like they had a
Box.
flat mask on the front, and they all came together.
That's a great punt.
That is. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. There we go. Zach Reno.
Zach, let
Smart
it
enough
go.
not to touch
Yeah.
that. You remember they just came with the face that they were plastic. They just
Yeah.
came in, and you couldn't breathe. They
Oh, no,
sweat.
it's so hot.
And then they had that little string on the back that kept them on. Like,
Yeah. One little
and-
piece of elastic.
yeah. And they were always really creepy looking. Like if it was a clown, it wasn't like a clown that. Not that clowns aren't creepy anyway, but it just
Right.
it was terribly creepy. Like the guy that painted it was probably in prison.
I feel like you have some
I got some problems with
issues.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, so my best one was honestly I don't even know. It was an easy one. Homemade hobo.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the stick from the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had the little handkerchief.
There's a handoff.
Oh,
he's
man,
gonna
he broke
pick up
that
some
one.
Yards. That's
He's making that
37.
one. He's still going
Forced out of bounds finally.
after a first down. Yeah, so it was a homemade, just wore oversized boots of my dad's work boots.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Pair of, oversized jeans.
Well, just like every hobo would dress. Big boots and a
Yeah.
kerchief.
Yeah, kerchief.
With all your
all your belongings in it. Yeah,
on a
tied
stick.
up on the back. Listen, hobo,
You know what I thought you were going to say? Let's get this playoff first.
hobo life was big in the 80s.
Yeah, it was. But,
Get in there. Get in there.
oh, there's some
Get in
pressure.
there.
Hold on.
Stay with him.
Hold on.
Finish him off.
There's the whistle.
God forsake. Blow the whistle.
Big loss on that one. That's going to be a loss of good, 8 yards?
Yeah.
That'll be second and 18.
There's been bright spots. It was stringing them together.
The big plays have hurt us too, for them. I mean, early in the game they busted a couple runs and we were in trouble because we didn't make the tackles, and then they got past us and they were gone before we could even react.
You ever wondered this though about a hobo?
What?
How do they always afford cigarettes? It seemed like they were always smoking that or a cigar. Those aren't cheap.
I don't know what's in those knapsacks they have.
Yeah, you never know.
Here we go, back to pass.
Passes
Romine
away,
hot.
and that went right into Corbin Price's hands.
Hit him right in the chest, I think.
Oh.
Just he wasn't looking; he was making coverage
Yeah,
in
he
his
was.
defense. But yeah, I think it hit him right in the chest. So they'll bring 3rd and 18. That's long. Or 3rd and 17 here.
Hey, we can segue this. Homecoming's next week. Dress-up days all week long.
Yeah.
I don't remember what they are. I know one is rhyme, and no reason. I don't.
Right, rhyme with no reason. That's Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the theme is movie genres.
It is.
Here we go. 3rd and 17. Pressure coming. That one across the
nice
middle. That's
pass.
make a tackle. And that's a first down.
Just over the first down before we can make a play. So 3rd and 17, and they pick it up. So they don't have to make a tough decision. They get the first down.
No, there's only 2:18 left.
By a yard there.
It's been I feel like, you didn't think it was. I feel like it's been a quick half.
Yeah.
I mean, it's under an hour still.
We do have a halftime show coming up.
Who did you talk to this week?
Esports team, Mr.
All
Executive
right.
Producer, Mr. Romine, and his team.
State champion.
And a member of the team.
That one to the outside, and that's going to be a couple of missed tackles. Still up.
Still going.
And finally taken down by Trey Adams.
Trey Adams finally finished him off after he went 3 or 4 missed tackles there.
Justice Allum with it.
Like you said, there's not much time left. 1:50, but they'll stop for the first down, and then they'll wind the clock.
Yeah, but they're getting awfully close to scoring
Yes,
here.
they are.
We got to be careful with that.
It's tough because we had them on that 3rd and 17. They pick it up by a yard. Pick up 18 yards, so we don't have to make them have to make a tough decision right about midfield. The timeout taken.
By who?
Wes-Del takes the timeout there to stop. See, they didn't like whatever they saw. They didn't like our defensive lineup. So
Well, we'll take one too.
all right.
You're watching the Wes-Del Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And we're back here with a dress-up days, Coach.
All right, let's see.
Monday's mathlete versus athlete. Tuesday's rhyme without reason. Let's watch this play.
A snap throw.
Yeah,
We can make a tackle
we
there.
did. We got him out of bounds there. Nice tackle made by Corbin Price. Wednesday is Barbie versus Oppenheimer.
Let's see what Barbie stuff I have.
Thursday, I think you just leave it in the closet. Thursday, dress as your class movie genre. And Friday is, surprisingly,
Warrior.
Warrior Pride Day. There you go, Mr. Producer, with all the information.
Always.
Here we go. Let's see this one. They're back to pass again. Flag.
Wide.
Flag, and that one
He
dropped.
that one because he was wide open. Let's see what we have here. Talking it out. Give their headset. Most crews are wearing headsets now, so
Seems
that's why it's so quick.
I was going to say, seems to be really speeding the game up. Seems to really have.
Waiting to see what Coach Nuck wants to do.
When you say really just solidifying their team communication, those headsets are doing it. Here we go.
Waiting to see what Coach wanted, the illegal
shift.
So we're going to take the 5-yard penalty and back them up instead of taking the loss of down, declining it. So make second and about 13, 12. We'll say 13.
Yeah, 13. Ball on 24. Wilson out of the shotgun here. That's back.
It's thrown.
Thrown
my
almost.
goodness. Corbin Price has almost had a couple of interceptions tonight.
Yeah, he's had
that
a
one
few.
he had his eyes on. He just was a little behind him, so he wasn't able to pull it in. If he'd have seen the one before, like he saw that one, he'd be over there talking about how his touchdown was that he just ran back. But nevertheless, he does knock it down and brings up 3rd and 12.
13.
Yeah, that's what I said.
With 1:13 to go. Is that what you said? Oh, well.
Here we go. See, make them uncomfortable here.
He's going back to
A
throw.
little bit of
He's
pressure. There's a hold.
He's got a guy back the end zone.
All right.
Nobody home. Was there laundry?
Nope.
So you saw the hold,
Well,
but they didn't.
Luke Powers was getting held right up the gut there, but he
Well,
still got through and put pressure on.
Maybe they didn't think it was an impact on the play.
I guess not. Just right up the middle.
So it's going to be 4th and 13. Had no impact. It was right in the middle of the play. 4th and 13, ball in the 24. They're going to go for it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, at this end of the field.
107.
There's no sense of punting, and you're going.
At least I think they are. Well, they're going to take a timeout. Good gravy.
Going to take a timeout, get the right play
We'll
in
stay
here on
here.
4th down.
We'll stay.
Yeah, big week this week, homecoming week. So.
Yeah, it's probably been in a lot of places. Talk about it every year. There's nothing like homecoming at Wes-Del. It's a fantastic week. Sometimes it can be a little grind on the teachers and the staff and the administrators because the kids are pretty fired up, and a lot of events.
Yeah, I was going to say something different this year.
What is
Is that we're having to dance tomorrow to lead into homecoming. So
there you
a
go.
little bit different setup and
Go cut a rug.
get out there and get out to the old sock hop and dance your evening away.
Yeah, the problem is you can't dance to their music anymore.
It's hard to.
I mean, you said that like you've tried.
I've tried. It's not the twist.
No, it's not. And
It's not even the Tootsie Roll.
Well, no, it's not the.
Still do the cha-cha slide, but I don't think that's in. But I mean, it's always in.
They might play it still. Is this a big? This is a big
It's
4th and 13.
Yeah, it's 4th and 13. So
Let's cha-cha slide our way right into a sack.
see if we can get some pressure here.
There we go.
Comes
There
around
we
the
go. There we go.
outside.
Come around back. Come
Got
around
it.
back. Here we go.
It's loose, and that'll be turnover on downs. That's Malachi Dubois.
Malachi
He's having
Dubois.
a great game.
Right on cue. He cha-cha slide it right in there. He went to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right.
He stayed on that fought around and was getting pushed out and came all the way around the backside. Quarterback never saw him coming. Swiped down, knocked the ball loose, and then they just had to fall on it. So it's a turnover on down. So nice defensive stop there.
Oh, you like that right before the half, too.
A minute to go, I would probably see us be pretty conservative at this far end of the field, but you never know.
You just
What do you
never
have to
know.
lose at this point? Throw one up there, see if something sticks.
Put it out there. Put some air in it. 1 minute to go, exactly on the clock. 1st and 10 ball is on the 26 as the Warriors start this one. Doesn't look like we're going to look a little tight. Not as many receivers out there.
Trey's in motion. That's going to be a handoff to Brock.
That is to Brock, and he puts his head down, and we've just not been able to really do a lot.
Picks up 1, be 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
I think coach is going to be content making the stop right there, defensive stop. There's not enough time really.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to run one more play. So I would look. I wouldn't look for anything much different than what you've seen right there. Probably some sort of a running play. Run the clock out here.
24 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Trey's in motion.
Trey's
little pitch
in
play.
motion. It's a little pitch play. Trey gets to the outside, and he's
that may be
down the sideline there.
That may be change your mind.
It's going to be 12 seconds to go. That was our best run of the night.
Yeah, the clock stops because the ball was out of bounds, so we'll have 12.7 seconds. Now, I guess you could take a chance if you want to. Throw one long, see if you can catch somebody in stride.
Yeah, why not?
Nice run there by Trey.
Yeah, it was a great run. Good job by the guys. A couple of guys pulling there. Made first contact.
So now we got the spread. We got two guys. We got Trey and Dooley over here on the left side. And we are going to throw. Nice pickup block there.
There it is.
There's Trey. Oh, just underthrew him just a little bit.
Only 7 seconds left, so let's see if we do it again.
Brock did a nice job picking up the guy that got through. They had a defensive guy get through the line. Brock picked him up, gave Triton enough time to have a chance to get that ball out there.
See if we run one here and just take it to the cleat house. 7 and they've got point. They've even got the points at 7.2.
That's right.
2nd and 10, ball in the 44. Golden Bears lead 20-0 in this. Trey in motion. Another pitch to Trey. Trying to find a hole. He gets pulled outside and then knocked down. And
still going to be 1.9 on the clock, so we're going to have time for one more play.
that seems to be our most effective run play right now, is getting to the outside. On that little pitch to Trey. I think we'll run this one.
They're sending they're thinking we're going to try to throw. They've got deep safety, so we'll see. They're expecting us to try to throw something up long because they've typically been pushing up the line a little bit more, and now they've got two guys deep. Single coverage out here on Corbin, though. He can somehow get it. He's only got one guy to beat.
It is going to be a pass.
And he's open.
That's
the guy
way out there.
That was the guy to go to, but that's going to end it. That runs out the half.
And that is the end of the first half. We're going to take a break. But here at halftime, you get a chance to sit down with Coach McGlothin, who interviews the state championship esports program led by our Mr. Producer, Andrew Romine. For those of you that don't know, they're tuning in, last spring, our Valorant team, part of our esports program, they have several different teams, but the Valorant team won a thriller, coming back 5 games to beat Bluffton in the state championships at Ball State. And they will be honored there. In fact, their ring should be coming in soon. But they were state champions in only the 4th year of the program. So we've got that for you, and we're going to switch that over right now. And you're going to get your halftime show with none other than the fantastic Coach McGlothin.
Welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network halftime show. Today we're going to talk to members of the esports team. And to start with, we have Reece Berry. Reece, congratulations on a great season. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how the season went, like record-wise, and then how the end of the season went?
So, record-wise, we were undefeated all the way for the first semester. Going into the second one, we took 1 loss, and it was my fault completely because I wasn't at school, and our team had to fill in with subs, and they didn't play as well as I could. Let's say that.
Okay, so we know where the MVP was. That was Reece. But the 1 loss came to who? Tell us the 1 loss, that team that was able to beat you.
It was South Dearborn.
Okay, so South Dearborn's the only team we lost to. Then that means we qualified for the, state tournament run, right?
Yes.
And how does that work exactly? Who do you play first, and how does that play out, if you can remember?
So thinking of it, or kind of portraying it as kind of how the basketball seeds play in March Madness. You have the best seeds against the worst seeds.
Okay.
We ended up being the number 1 seed because we were able to beat Bluffton, and I'm pretty certain Bluffton went undefeated.
Okay.
So we did end up being the number 1 seed, even with 1 loss. So we played the lowest seed that we could. and it was basically smooth sailing throughout the whole tournament. Except for, I think, Mitchell High School gave us a little bit of trouble, but we still won just easy. And then once we got to Bluffton and playing them at Ball State, it was a difficult game, and it came down to the wire.
And so I remember watching the highlights of that. I mean, it was literally going to go either way, right?
Yes.
And then at the very end, who had the big move?
Well, you could look at this in a few different ways.
Okay.
There were a few certain rounds that changed the match entirely. Like when the 5 Valorant players looked back throughout the whole stream, we saw that there was a very specific turning moment where Grayson was able to somehow, I don't know how he did, he was able to defuse the spike and gave us the round win, which completely flipped the game on its head in the very last game.
And so that meant we were state champs, and we got the state championship trophy, which you can see here at the school. And how many members are part of the team that we were state champions?
So there were 6 of us, and there were only 5 people that can play.
Okay.
The 6 of us were myself, Trey Adams, Grayson Mealy, Kenny Drake, Cameron Gleason, and Nate Blaylock. Okay. Nate was the only senior.
Okay, so we're returning everybody back, so high expectations for this year.
Should be, yes.
Okay, so real quick, tell me, you were talking about, so this was only in one game. This is Valorant, right? And explain to me in like a minute version what Valorant is. What are you trying to get done in Valorant?
A minute version. That's hard to do. So in about the quickest summary, Valorant is a 5-player versus 5-player tactical shooter where the attacking side tries to they win by either eliminating the whole other team or planting and detonating the spike or the bomb.
Okay.
And then there's the defending team. They can win by either completely eliminating the attacking team or by defusing the spike or by letting the time expire. Well,
that kind of explains a little bit to me. I never played it, so I'll just take your word for it that we were very good at it. And it's in fact so good that you are a state champion, and very proud of that. And it was exciting. I did watch the end of it, even though I didn't know what was going on. I loved watching when we kind of knew that we won and the excitement and everybody jumping around and being excited about it. So I thought it was kind of fun to see that part of it. So again, we've got everybody back, minus Nate. We're going to see how important Nate was because we have got everybody back. And we're going to wish you good luck this year. Are you going to repeat? It's going to be Valorant again, right? Another season of Valorant?
Yep, and then maybe another game Overwatch. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. So we may even branch out into another game, but we're the defending state champions, Reece. You got to back this up again. So all those guys, be looking for the tweets that come out from the school, from Mr. Romine, and anybody on the esports team looking to defend our state championship. Good luck this year, Reece, and good luck to the team.
All right, thank you.
And we're back here with head esports coach, Mr. Romine. Coach, tell us a little bit about how this esports program got started.
Well, a couple of years ago, Mr. Mealy actually came up to me and he was wondering about trying to get an esports system going for our school. And so I took the initiative to kind of run with it and write some grants to get computers that we could utilize for our media classes, but also had the secondary purpose of being able to actually game on. So we kind of ran with that, got a nice grant to get our media department going, which kind of helps with, Wes-Del Sports Network.
Absolutely.
But it also gave us the opportunity to move the esports lab out of the 4 or 5 machines I had cobbled together in my lab. So it was nice getting that moved and into a room where we could actually do something.
Well, and then not only do you, when you think about esports, there's so much equipment that has to come with that. I mean, it's you think, oh, okay, we can just start an esports team, but really, in all reality, there's so much more to it, so much more equipment. The cost is pretty high. So, like you said, fortunate, I guess, to get some grants and be able to move all this equipment around to other things and use it. You've done a great job with that, of allowing us to find ways to get other things involved, but it does benefit our kids in an esports program. So then when you start to make a team, is there a tryout process, or is there just you sign up for different levels or games? Or?
We're at the point where we are actually going to have to start cutting people.
Yeah.
The initial teams, I think my first year we had 6 people that participated, and they basically played everything.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I start off with a roster of, I think this year we had like 22 or 24 that are signed up and officially allowed to actually come and participate. And then from that, we'll kind of have teams of like up to like 7 to 9 for various games. So eventually we're at the point where we don't have quite enough to field a varsity and an academy team, which is the esports equivalent of JV.
Okay.
But we're very close. If I had 2 or 3 more players on each of these teams, we'd have an academy team as well. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to start cutting people. So the bad news.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be the bad guy and tell people that I'm sorry. There are players that are much better than you.
Yeah, it's like almost like having an intramural program to try to allow them just to come in and play, I guess, or in the free time.
Yeah, we do that every day, basically from the end of the school time until 4 o'clock. I'll have open labs, kind of like you would have open gym,
Right.
and just let them come in and try to work on their game, try to play a variety of things to see if something sticks. Gives them time to kind of work together and figure out, can I actually help this team out or not?
So when it comes down to competition day, and we have a meet or whatever, we're facing another school or multiple schools, tournament, however it works, do you help them decide who's going to play in those games? Do they kind of figure that out themselves? Is it kind of...
Usually they kind of have an idea of who is going to do the best for them. A lot of the games that we play, you have player compositions. So you'll have certain types of players that have skills, and if you have, let's say that Kenny is great at a certain position, he'll play that operator,
Okay.
and then we'll have to fill in some of the other
Sure.
positions based on that, and so that kind of gets our team compositions together.
So there's really there's quite a bit of thought that has to go in on
Yes.
your end, their end, all piecing it
It's
all
a lot
together.
of the kids, though. To be honest, I'm basically an AD. I keep the equipment running as best I can. I try to balance their schedules. I'm working around their basketball, football,
Sure.
cross country, drama. Because
Yeah.
I've got kids from basically every walks in the building that are part of our team. So it's
Which is a great thing. I mean, you think about that. These are kids that might not always be together, but now they're here together, and they are able to come together and play almost, in a common goal, I guess. It's the same way you would in any other activity that you're trying to reach that common goal. And this year, the common goal was the fact that you were able to get one of those teams to a state championship. How was that for you as a coach?
Oh man, that was awesome. That was so amazing. It was hard to believe that first we made it, because our program's only like 4 years old.
Right. Yeah.
And then secondly, that we were able to pull back a comeback, because we were basically on the ropes during our last match with Bluffton, and
Yeah.
man, it was scary. I was running around. My heart was going to pop out of my chest. It was pretty intense.
I know I mentioned it with Reece, but as a player, they're kind of caught up in the game, and then all of a sudden you see it kind of go. They get super excited, and you knew it was that point where they were going to win. As a coach, it's sometimes we're always in that boat where we're just kind of spectators, but then you do see that, were you able to kind of see that from the outside? Hey, this might happen, and we're making a move here.
Yeah, as Reece was talking about, when Mealy popped off and basically saved the match for us, that basically brought us back from the point of total defeat. And then Reece was very he wasn't bragging a lot, but he had a couple moments where he was very much not like Reece. He basically was like shouting and yelling, and it was like everyone was like, "What? Reece is cheering for us?"
Yeah.
So it kind of got people hyped and pushed us forward, which it was good.
Yeah, super excited for the program. Like you said, in its infancy, really just starting up, and so everybody back, as Reece said, it'd be fun to try to do that again. I know you're trying to add more players and different activities. You're trying to add more games and all that as the season goes along and as the program continues to grow. I'm sure that's the vision that you have.
It is. It'd be nice to continue to get more kids in. But again, it's one of those things where we're sharing resources. And,
right.
So I don't want to take away from any of the other sports that are going on in the building. So it's good to be able to have them show up on the days that they need to play, and then kind of practice an awful lot on their own at home.
Seems like they're getting a lot of practice time at home.
They really are. Yeah, some of them I've been hearing have been getting too much practice.
Yeah, well,
sorry, parents.
Well, again, congratulations on the state championship. We'll look forward to following it again this year. It's always hard to repeat. The team, you won't sneak up on anybody.
Yeah, they're in the crosshairs of all of
right.
the teams that we play.
It'll be get everybody's best game, so as they say. But good luck this year. It's been fun to learn about esports, as I've kind of learned about it this year and last year as it's gone along. So good luck this year, and this will hopefully bring home another state championship.
I hope so. Thank you.
Back to the game here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Get ready for our second half of Wes-Del football.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
It's 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. You have two choices. Option 1, take 2 nanoseconds to reach over and put on your seatbelt. Or option 2, decide it's too much work for a Saturday and don't put on your seatbelt. As the seatbelt alarm continues to sing the song of its people, you roll your eyes. You're just going down the block, you'll be fine. You take a turn to the left, and that's when you see it.
Just wear your seatbelt. It's an easy way to save your own life. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute wants to remind you that choices matter. Click it to live it.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
And welcome back. Getting ready for the second half here. Coach, you okay? Trying to get you all
my bad.
Set up over there.
Yep.
I'm out of breath. That was those stairs. We were down on the track, folks, and those stairs are getting to me. 26 seconds left here before we get started in the second half. If you've been with us all along, you know it's 20-0. Golden Bears scored 3 times there in the first half. And the Warriors had a chance to go talk things over, and we'll see if we can make some adjustments, get some things going here. It was a little bit of everything. They ran and passed and did a little bit of it all.
All right, thank you.
You make fans wherever you're at.
I try to.
Everybody's talking. Everybody wants to talk to Coach.
Start charging for autographs.
Yeah, they should. You're a popular guy. I tell you what, people are good at reading because they don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to me.
I just look at them and shake my head. You don't want to talk to that guy.
No.
Here we go. We're going to receive the kick here. We deferred and wanted the ball here in the second half.
That's how that works.
We're going to get the ball to start.
All right. Looks like we've got Corbin Price and Trey Adams back. A little bit of a breeze here just outside of Parker
Short
City.
kick taken by the up man this time.
Not Mason Davis.
It is. And Mason falls forward for about a yard or two. And got a little knee knock there, it looks like.
Yeah, he didn't. I was going to say he didn't want.
Get to the 33 is where we'll start. Yeah, he's going to try to stay in there. But knee's giving out on him a little bit.
1st and 10, ball on the 33 just to start the third quarter. So you want the Warriors make some adjustments, see if they can do some things here to move the ball. A little bit more productivity on the offensive side. And that's a handoff to Brock Nauman.
That's his best run.
Well, he goes outside. I like that. That's a change. You don't see that from Brock. And
not usually. And
it was an awful spot, but I'm not normally known to complain.
No, you aren't. And that's the that's probably, well, it's a pickup of 9. And that, like you said, he found a blocker outside that he liked, and he pushed it out that way.
Yeah, typically we're running, he runs right up behind those big guys in the middle. That time he goes outside. I like it.
Short and manageable on second down, though.
Maybe making Monroe Central have to think about that. Second down.
This time Triton keeps it.
Triton does keep it, and that
trouble.
Takes us right back to the initial start, almost.
I'm not fooled on that one. So a loss of about all of that, what we just picked up, and now it's going to be 3rd and 9. Well, we'll call it 8.
Yeah. Well, that one didn't go the way you wanted it to go.
Well, yeah, depending on what team you're for, and we're for Wes-Del, it went backwards is where that one went.
You're a Golden Bears fan, you like that one better than the first one. And that is the analysis you get from these guys. That is in-depth.
Well, you know, about sports, one team's going to like it and one isn't.
Yeah. One's got to score more than the other. That's how you win. It's a pass play. Back to throw. That's a first down.
That's going to be a first down.
Trey Adams.
Found a seam right in front of the defender, stopped, turned his hitch route, and was able to catch it. The ball was delivered and able to fall forward for that first down.
Did you notice something, Coach? There's a couple of steps back and the ball came out quick. I think that matters. I think that's important to get that ball out quick. That might be something we're looking at rather than the deep ball.
Yeah, and as long as Trey does a good job of reading that and doesn't let somebody jump the route on him, and Trey runs good routes and he knows exactly where he's going, that'll work. So let's see. I
think run left here.
It's going to be Brock again, I think. Nope.
No, that's not going to work.
That outside play.
That is the same play that does not work. And
a loss of a bunch. They're calling it. That's a favorable spot.
Yeah, that was an unbelievably good spot.
It's a second and about 16.
Yeah. Yep. On the 39. I mean, you're spot on when it comes to the board because I can see it and you can't.
Yeah, you're right. I can't see it.
That's a wall next to you.
Yeah.
And I tell you what they did in Chinson here. Wood trim.
They did. They got plenty of that.
They went with the smaller windows, though.
Back to throw, Triton.
Nothing.
Yeah, he's going to
He's
run.
gotta
Maybe
run.
he's going to put it, tuck
Got to
it
get
and
going.
run.
Got to go forward. They're going to have a hold, I think, back here.
I think it's going to come back.
A lot of flags in the backfield.
Yeah, I think it was initially good read by Triton, but then a hold, and that's going to back us up even more.
Whitehouse trying to get a number because
hold in and giving it, yeah. So that'll.
Usually when they fall apart, it's kind of a free-for-all, and that's when a hold gets caught up there.
Yeah, and those are easy because you think you're in pass blocking, and all of a sudden the guy takes off and runs. So now he's trying to make a tackle, and it looks a little worse than it sometimes is, but that one got caught, and you and I both saw it, so it wasn't like it was a made-up call.
Wasn't shocking. That means it's going to be 2nd and 26 on the 29-yard line. Clock's running, even though I thought it stopped on a penalty.
Well,
I think they just do what they want. That's an end around. That's Trey Adams with it. He's got to get upfield. He finally does. He was behind Godby for a while there, and before he turned it into going north-south.
Picked up about 3.
Yeah, make it 3rd and 23.
See what Coach Hansen has in his playbook for 3rd and 23.
Here we go. 3rd down. Blevins gets him set. That is Mason Davis in motion. That's an out pass to Corbin Price, and they are all over that. That is a big loss.
Not going to get anything on that one.
And that'll be a kick over to the Bears. They did not get fooled on that one.
So a couple self-inflicted wounds on our own there. We had a nice play on 1st down. It left us 2nd and 1, and then we go the wrong way, and then we get a hold, and then just not we go 1 step forward and about 3 back on that drive. Another nice kick, though.
That is a good kick.
That one's really going to be nice, and it stays in bounds. That was a great kick.
And it's all the way down to the 24-yard line. Nice job by Corbin Price.
That's what you're hoping for in that situation, to flip the field on them, and we did.
So far, that's been our best play.
Yeah.
Is our punt. That's not always what you want, folks, if you're playing at home.
Not usually. No.
Golden Bears will take over for their first possession in the second half. Sounds like a
homecoming next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be homecoming.
So yeah, it is. I thought we got that in the first.
We did. I just reminded the folks that
okay.
just joined us.
Call your doctor. They're trying to get another guy on the field. Now they're trying to get that guy off the field. I'm on. No, you're not. That one is out to Allum. Being pursued there and finally knocked out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds there.
That was Abdullamir before he picked up about 7 and 6 maybe.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's going to be 2nd and 4, ball on the 30.
Better job of pushing it out to the outside. Use that sideline as another defender.
2nd down. Lane Wilson getting them set up. It's going to be a handoff. That one is up the gut. And a big pickup by Allum.
Finally brought down by Trey Adams. Alec Thornburg. Enough for a 1st down, like you said, and chains are moving.
They're doing an excellent job. A couple of those guys are getting in. If you haven't heard Brock Nauman or Grayson Mealy's name a lot tonight, if you watch, the big guys are getting into our interior linebackers, and they are taking them out so they can get into that second space. And there we have them moving forward a little bit more, and probably about 8 on the carry.
Yeah, they're good in secondary push there. It'll be 2nd and probably 4.
Again, Godby's dealing with a leg injury. He also has been. I mean, they've just keyed in on some of our leading defensive players. If you look at the stat sheet, some of the guys that we typically lead in tackles, they're keying in on the blocks and they're taking them out of the play. So We never said Coach Hostetler wasn't good. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to key in on guys. There's another pickup by Allum before he's finally knocked out of bounds.
It will be plenty enough for the first down.
That was Jonah Whitworth that takes him out of bounds finally.
Yeah, Coach Hostetler's been around a while, and you can tell that he's put some time into the scouting report.
Yeah, which you got to respect. He respects the Warriors. He took a good look at our defense and has really exploited some of the weak areas and has definitely taken the strengths out of the equation. So, I mean, there's been names I haven't heard. Thornburg, Vonderschmidt's only been able to be in on a couple. That's because he's getting taken out. Grayson's getting taken out on several plays. Nauman, and we're trying to get in there and figure things out.
That one was Grayson.
That is Grayson, and
he's got the ball.
He's got the ball.
Let's see if they call.
They called it.
They're saying that that's one of those where thank goodness they didn't blow the whistle because they probably could have. I'm not sure who came out with that.
It might have been Whitworth. I think it was Whitworth that came out with it.
I think it was Jonah.
I think Mealy and Nauman made initial contact.
I think Grayson went up, made the first hit, and then Jonah came in and did what you're supposed to do and tried to knock the ball loose, or what he did is just wrap up the ball and pulled it out.
And when the White Hat said he was down, I didn't realize he was actually saying no. It was the defender has the ball, but he was down by contact there. When Jonah got up, I thought he was going to say the runner was down. So big turnover. See if we can capitalize here.
Brock.
That's going to be Brock up the middle.
Stop.
Not a whole lot there.
Stood about the line of scrimmage. It looked like they might give him a yard.
Yeah, I think they did.
All of a sudden, now we're getting the favorable spots.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
We'll take it.
I don't know, but I like that fan.
5:07 to go here.
You would have never thought I'd say that 2 years ago.
Oh, man, no kidding.
It was.
I'm still cold from that.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Second down.
That one's going to Brock on the outside, getting the outside there before he's finally pushed out. A lot of contact out there on the outside.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where the sideline is from where we are because it sure looks like every once in a while those plays. I don't see the coaches going crazy, so I'm guessing it must just look like they're a little further out of bounds from this vantage point because.
Well, there was a lot of things going on over there. Number one, I believe Grayson blocked someone into the track, and then after that, Brock came in behind him and lowered his shoulder on a kid, and it was positive to the Warriors. They both laid some hits in there.
3rd and 4. Let's see if we can convert this into a first down. Back to throw.
There's a pass. That's a nice one. Hold on to that one right there. Is that Trey?
That's Dooley.
That's Dooley. Let's just go down. There you go. You got the first down. For a second there, when he put it out on his, opened his hand there with it, I'm like, tuck that baby away.
Don't do that.
So a nice first down, and Warriors 3:58 to go here in the third quarter. And, the turnover and.
First down now, so string together.
I just can't help but say it's just an odd atmosphere.
It's been a little quiet here tonight.
Very quiet here.
Yeah, we're used to coming over here in loud crowds and no matter what sport, basketball.
I haven't heard the band at all.
Yeah, it's been a quiet night. Homecoming, I guess. Maybe it's homecoming theme is quiet.
It's silent night. Yeah, maybe it isn't. There's a good carry. Nice just run. Tripped up there but that was a great carry by Brock.
He picks up a good chunk again, so that'll leave us a second and manageable, second and about 2, 3.
Best we've moved the ball here. Getting close to our.
Took a long 2.
Yeah, it's just eerily quiet.
Well, yeah.
I can hear your thoughts.
I always do.
2:56 to go. Second and 3.
See if we can get this. I'd give it to Brock again.
Yeah, don't do that one play where we
go backwards.
Yeah, we keep it.
It's Brock again. Let's not
Brock, push him.
He's got it. Let's not outthink this. Don't outthink it. Just keep giving it. Run it right up the gut.
Yeah. Hope that wasn't caught on the air. Monroe Central fan let his feelings know about the decision making.
Well, You know, the nice thing about fans is that they always know the best, and the higher you go in the bleachers, the more they know.
Yeah, the smarter they are. Closer to coaching they are. I'm going to guess somebody's kid's not getting played enough.
Yeah.
That usually is what sparks it.
Well, 3 or 4 years from now, when their kid's not in school, they won't care anymore.
No.
But the coaches will still be here.
Yep. It's 2:15 to go, 1st and 10. That's pitched out. That was a little shaky.
Caught by Trey and able to hold on.
We got a flag. What do we got a flag here?
Let's see what we got called.
I don't know, but I
That's
tell you
usually
what,
those out.
Dallas Godby has just gotten beat up.
Yeah, he's
hurt on one of the first plays of the game. That poor kid is just grinding it out. Let's see what we call here. Has to be on them.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. It could be a hold on us, depending on which. Here's our call. Chop block. So they'll stay first down, but that'll back us up.
Yeah.
15 yards.
When they sit down and they decide the yardage on penalties, what's the decision making in that?
Well,
Safety
I haven't been
issues?
in there. Yeah, I would think so, especially on a chop block. They're engaged. What they call that sometimes is a guy's already engaged in a blocker, and then another guy comes and hits him low. So it's illegal. That's, I'm guessing, what happened. Back to throw this time.
On 1st and 25. Got to get rid of it. Got to
Throw.
get rid of it.
Oh, he goes long. Trey.
Was that a catch?
What are they calling? They're saying he caught it.
Inbounds?
Yes, they're saying he caught it. That's what I'm telling you. It's hard to tell on that sideline. Where
It looked like he was almost on the track, but great play.
Yeah,
Great job by trying to roll out and stay with it.
The line judge all the way down at this end was the one watching it.
Never known for them to mess up.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know if we can say anything. Some of the calls we've
Yeah,
got this half
I
at
know.
least.
Well, you were on them in the first half.
I know.
You were angry. 1:37. Clock is running, but a big pickup there. And the Warriors are within the red zone. 20 balls on the 21. Blevins under center.
I'd say give it to Brock. Oh, we just jumped.
Yeah, we did move.
Did they call it?
They didn't call it.
Okay.
I felt like we moved.
Yes, we did for sure.
I don't see any laundry, but I thought we moved early.
Whoever was out here on the end did.
It's a good thing they can't hear us. That's a pickup of about 2.
1 minute to go in the third.
Yep. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, we actually picked up a couple yards there.
Yeah, we did.
Looked like we just got back to the line of scrimmage, but.
I said that, but
Oh,
it's not the first time you don't
well,
listen
I did,
to me.
No, I just didn't believe that.
Not the first time you're worried about.
I didn't think that's where the.
You're going to stay next.
I didn't think. I didn't think that's where they spotted it.
I'm just here.
Keep talking though.
2nd and 8.
I'll repeat it.
Ball on the 19.
Fumble.
We fumbled. I think we fell back on top of it.
Yeah, they're calling it third down, so we got it back, but we back to the original line of scrimmage. I'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, clock's running. We may not get another playoff here. It's down to 14.
Yeah, I'm guessing we won't even try. With the 3rd down, just give us a chance to get everybody on the same page, almost like a timeout.
And that's what's going to happen. And wait a minute.
Yeah, it's the end of the quarter.
Why'd they stop the clock?
He's winding it.
Oh. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's still 20-0 Monroe Central. We're going to take a break here. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Inspired by touch, by play, by listening and laughter. Inspired by family gatherings and one-on-one conversations. Inspired by long walks, long lives, and lives simply lived well. Inspired by compassion, by healing, by grace and strength. What inspires us at Franciscan Health is you. Franciscan Health, inspiring health.
It's 2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. You have 2 choices. Option 1, take 2 nanos.
And we're back.
Here comes the church clap.
I hate the church clap. I'm just going to say
come
it.
on now.
I don't like it. I don't understand it.
I've seen you do it.
No, I have not because I'd get hurt. I don't like. Was it specifically made for
I don't know.
cheerleaders to dance?
I don't know.
Why is it called church clap?
Something about the song, I'm guessing.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't want to get
back
into
to the fourth quarter.
I don't want to do the behind
football.
the music of church clap.
No. Acoustic version.
Church clap stripped. All right, 12 minutes left in this one, and the Warriors have it 3rd and 10 on the 21. Oh, they didn't get the full church clap. Darn.
Started a little late.
Darn.
Listen, if they played some Taylor Swift, you and I'd be out there singing and
Oh,
dancing.
absolutely. Triton Blevins got it. Adams in motion. And they're going to go to that corner. Oh, if we had ran that route, I think it might have been there. That's going to bring up 4th down, but we're in territory where I think we'll go for it.
Yeah, I mean,
we've got nothing to lose.
At this point, you go for it. At this end of the field, this close, what are you going to do with it? I mean, we can't kick field goals from this far, so we might as well. It's like a punt if you don't get it.
Can you punt one in for a field goal?
You can drop kick it.
Yeah, didn't
Doug Flutie
Flutie do that?
He's the last one to do it in the NFL.
Well, maybe that's
I
something
don't
we
think
need to
that
look.
if we
Does it have
can't-
to? It has to be off the ground, though, right?
It has to hit the ground once.
Yeah, that's not easy on.
No.
What
That's
you
why
said
nobody
that.
does it. Here we go. Back to throw.
Oh, he's got trouble. He's got trouble behind him. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it.
No.
Yeah, that guy pursued him from day one.
He just couldn't get those shoulders turned to get anything on it. And so it'll be a turnover on downs.
Isaiah Mangus. And that's a turnover on downs, and that was about our best opportunity to knock at the door. 11:46 to go. I have a feeling the Golden Bears are going to churn it out.
Let's see if we can maybe get another turnover. That would be great.
That would be. I agree. Let's see.
I got a text from a good friend this week, and he asked me if I still liked Arby's turnovers as much as I did when I was growing up and younger. I said, yeah, I haven't had one in a long time, but it was just odd because we've talked about them on air before. Not a sponsor, but could be.
Arby's turnovers.
Every time we got a turnover, here you go.
And you get Warrior fans get a free turnover at your local Arby's.
At least the announced team. Extra.
Did you really get that text?
I did. Extra.
I don't want to see it. Don't show it to me. I believe you. I just don't know what. I don't even know what happens in your daily life. 2nd and 6. Ball in the 28. That's awful.
Back
That's
to
what
throw.
Here we go. That's
Oh,
a
we caught
nice
it.
catch.
Get him out of bounds.
And he stepped out. He
He
stepped
didn't.
out down here. He did. He did.
Well, he's still going.
He's
finally brought back from.
That is. I'm going to play it back later tonight, but I'm going to tell you right now, he stepped out back.
Close. You're for sure.
I want to say he stepped out back around the 50. And now he's hurt, which we never want to see. But
definitely close. That's
I mean,
for sure. I'm with you. It was close.
Here's what I want to say, and I may be wrong. I'm going to go back and watch it over when we get home. But
okay,
when I swear he stepped out right in front of their bench, and also guess who else was right there?
Yeah,
the line
official.
judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the official. But it's the hardest call to make is the one that's right in front of your face.
I've never heard that saying, but. It's going to give us a little bit of break in the action here while both teams.
Yeah, he's up.
He got up.
He's up. Thankfully, he's up. That is.
Yeah, we don't want to see any high school kids.
Jeremiah Olem, he's a tough kid. He's up. I think that tackle kind of caught him, in a weird, awkward place. Whenever you're getting tackled from behind, it just kind of, it's a surprise.
Yes. It does sneak up on you when you're running full speed like that.
Are you laughing because I seem to be a little Mr. Obvious tonight?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. First down after that long run.
And they've got, Olem's still out. He's being looked at, but they've got other options. That's Hunt. And Hunt
wrapped up
and tackled down there. And now we have a Warrior down, and that is Dallas Godby, who has been absolutely beat up tonight.
Found out during halftime that it was a shin issue with him. He took a really hard hit to the shin.
When you get those bruised shins, that's awful.
Listen, I get out of bed at night and sometimes hit my shin on the bed rail and it hurts. I can imagine getting
Well,
kicked and hit like that
please,
at full speed.
Please relate your 56-year-old injuries to this young high school kid.
Not 56.
Tackle, trying to tackle.
He might go
drug
in.
him in, I think.
Yes, they did signal.
Yeah, they drug him into the end zone. That was Grayson trying to make the tackle, but he took him all the way in for the touchdown. Would you like to? You want to add any more about how, at the age of 50 plus,
I'm just. I guess
you're having shin injuries?
No, I was relating it to. I can't even hardly walk through and barely hit my shin. That hurts.
You-
Let alone hit it that hard.
Dallas, Coach McGlothin understands your pain.
No, I don't. But in a way, I do.
And that one's not going to make it. Not going to make it.
It
What?
did. Yes, it did. It was
No,
short.
it didn't.
It was a little short. I don't think we should have watched that one on the monitor, because on the monitor it did not look.
No, I saw it go in front of the yellow.
Well, you weren't down there, and you said the closest guy to it. That's the hardest call.
I'm going to tell you right now, somebody can rewind and go back to that run, though. I still want to be proven wrong that he didn't step out. He stepped out. But it's high school. We don't have replay. Coach, you know there's something you haven't talked about. They're
Cheerleaders?
across the field, and they're the cheerleaders.
All right, Delaney Huffman, Gracie Drake, Ava Whitmire, Tori Clark, Brianna Hale, Bailey Combs, Hayden Browning, Presley Curtis, Kylie Proctor, Kirsten Ronan, and Jenna Woodson, all doing a great job tonight. Tori Purdue as our coach, and we passed them earlier. They're out there cheering their hearts out. There they are on camera, doing a great job. So, good job, girls.
And there's nothing like a little Van Halen they're pumping through the system here.
Takes me back to high school.
Takes me back to Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah.
Which is
that wasn't a girl you dated in high school.
which is about the time you graduated high school.
Yeah, that's true. Coke 2.
No, I believe if you look
Crystal
this up,
Pepsi.
this was the theme song for the Crystal Pepsi commercial.
Right here, right now.
Yeah. It was awful, too.
We're giving a lot of bad information.
Yeah, tonight's not our best broadcast. Crystal Pepsi was terrible. Oh, got to get on that. Okay, see what you can make out of this. Okay.
Still going. Picks up a little bit. Able to
bad.
get past the 20.
Didn't hate it. Warriors will take over. 1st and 10. Waiting on the board because I can't see that.
Right in your way.
I know.
10 minutes to
You're
go.
not. No, the construction of this press box is in the way.
Oh.
Well, it just makes me thankful for what we have back at
Cola Wars?
Wes-Del. Cola Wars. Yeah, I'm thankful for Coke, too.
We never had that. We had Diet Right or Marsh
Oh,
brand.
yeah.
Some Marsh brand pop.
Dr. Thunder.
Whatever Marsh brand red.
Yeah.
That's
that's a good run by that. That's Brock Nauman right
Brock's
there.
had strung together some nice runs here.
Yeah. Good carry there. Moon Mist. That was
knock off of Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Mountain Holler. Nothing like a mountain holler and a moon pie.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing when we're stopping by the old pantry on the way home.
All right. I thought you were going to say we're heading down to D's Grocery.
D's Grocery. Get us a moon pie.
And an RC Cola.
And an RC Cola. Diet Right. RITE. 9:23.
Brock again.
Ooh, got caught in one.
Didn't fool him this time.
Yeah.
Still picked up a yard. They're marking, giving him a yard on that one.
9:09 to go here. Looks like Allum's taking himself out. He's still struggling after that injury he had. Coming in for him.
It's almost like he's got a dead leg or something.
There's 78. Well, they don't look dead to me.
Well, no, he's ran well, and he just looked like he's really favoring it, almost like he was stomping it, like he couldn't
78.
get the feeling in it there.
78. Travis Reed, 78. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Looks like they moved or we moved. I don't know. Come on, push.
Yeah, it's going to be back to the line of scrimmage and nothing else.
You think we'll go for it?
I would.
I mean, it's 27-0. There's 8:30 to go in the game. I'd probably just give her the old college try.
It'll be 4th and 1 with 8 minutes, close to 8
Go
minutes
for
to
it.
go.
Push him through. Push him through. Either that or we're going to have to take a timeout. I think we're going for it. Yeah, we got time. I want to thank Star Financial Bank, as you see the Star Financial Bank scoreboard there. Big time sponsor. Pushing forward. Pushing
do the
forward.
same play.
Pushing forward.
He
got it.
He got the spot this time. So
it's a good one.
We're getting a little chippy at times after the whistle here.
Yeah. You can only shove guys so many times before he gets to that.
Yeah, it's a rough. I mean, it's obviously you're up there on the line just hitting the same two guys hitting each other for an hour and a half.
And over again.
You said they had a kid named Terry Reed? Oh, Travis Reed, sorry.
Jerry?
No, I thought you said Terry Reed.
No,
it was Travis Reed, sorry.
No.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot.
1st and 10, ball on the 35.
Get a hand off to Brock. Oh, nice
Oh,
run.
that's a nice hole right there, and that's a big first down. A nice job by the boys up front. Brock hit that hole and made it happen. Nice job by Brock Nauman. And the fellas up front.
Yep, good blocking. Got a nice hole, and Brock took advantage of it, picked up the first down.
I think this is a great opportunity, something we haven't mentioned. Jane Armington, freshman, is playing in the girls golf regional at Edgewood tomorrow. Tees off at 9 a.m. Good luck to Jane as she takes on that whole crew of golfers. Big
Brock again.
Yeah, there's Brock.
This time he picks up about a yard. Tell me if you know the answer to this. I think you do.
Okay.
After this regional golf,
straight
to state, or is there a semi-state?
Straight to state.
Okay. I didn't think there was a semi-state golf. So, okay.
Straight to state.
All right. Well, good luck then, Jane. Good luck tomorrow.
It is.
She's very familiar with that course.
She's familiar with the course.
So hopefully that will play in her favor. We all know
But
how
to
golf
her, I'll
is.
be heading that way tomorrow. Don't know that I'll be there for the 9 o'clock tee off, but I'll be there at some point to follow her around for a good portion of her.
Be following volleyball tomorrow. So
Just follow the Twitter account of of Mr. Denny. It'll be very busy tomorrow with.
That's right. Updates.
Got updates from volleyball. Got updates from Jane and the golf team. That's a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout. You're watching the Wes-Del Sports Network.
When I'm not racing at the track, I do like to take things a little bit slower. But even with my foot off the gas, I'm still driven to save lives. So if you're like me and you like hunting and fishing, you could do something to save lives too. Just say yes to being an organ donor when you get your hunting or fishing license online, or when you renew your Indiana driver's license. Join the 4 million Hoosiers who have signed up to save lives. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
There you have them, your corporate sponsors for the Wes-Del football and the whole athletic department. Montgomery Insurance School, Martin Insurance, Campus Rentals, Property Pros, Young's Title, and Pizza King.
Don't forget your life jacket, folks.
This wasn't our best.
Uh-oh. We're going to try to get the crowd into a little House
Are they
of
going to play
Pain.
jump around? Can you tell me?
House of Pain.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
If you don't know that, you got a problem.
Wisconsin?
2nd and 9, ball on the 47. No, I'd like you to tell me the House of Pain when the gentleman left and made an album called something to do with Whitey Ford. What was the name of the band that he then played?
Everlast? Or?
Yeah, Everlast. You got it.
Listen, I saw a lot of rap concerts in the 80s.
Everlast was not a rapper. It was an alternative band. You've got nothing. 3rd and 4, balls on the 48.
I got the question right at least.
5:40, you did.
3rd and
the big
4.
song was What It's Like.
It's kind of a rap.
Yeah, he played an acoustic guitar and he sang, but we'll give it to you. 5:27 to go. 3rd and 4. That's
cut back inside.
That did not go where we wanted it to go.
Gonna lose 2 yards.
Yeah, Trey took a hit.
Back 4th and 6.
Yeah, we'll go for it. I would assume. Going to be 5 minutes on the clock. As Coach mentioned, 4th and 6. The ball is on the 50-yard line.
Five minutes to go. Let's see what they do. 4th and 6 here. Let's see if we can
pass play.
Pick up something just short.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. That was intended for Trey Adams.
Yeah, threw it to the backside. If you just let him a little bit with that, he had him. Trey had beaten his defender, just thrown a little bit to the back shoulder, and Trey wasn't able to hold on. So it'll be a turnover on downs. And like you said last time, we expect Monroe Central probably to grind out the clock here.
I would think so.
4:32 to go here in the 4th. A little later start tonight, 7:30 start.
I think they do that because of the sun.
Is that why?
Yeah. That's what I heard. Sun is in the face of the fans here, in the home fans. 1st and 10 for them.
And round up the middle. Like we thought, they're going to probably grind it out a little bit.
4th and 15. And, yeah, I think they're just going to let that play clock run down.
Oh, boy.
Poor
7
kid.
tripped.
Poor kid fell down.
Thought he was supposed to be out there and realized he wasn't.
It was a sniper.
Coach called my number. Not yet.
SEAL Team 60. There they
And
go.
pitch
Here's
play.
the pitch play. That's Hunt. Tackled there by
Luke Powers and
I think that's Jonah Whitworth.
Jonah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're up 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Yeah, 3:38. Whitey Ford Sings the Blues was a solo album. Yes, it was one member. Mrs. Producer is correct. It was only one member of House of Pain that was in Everlast.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Well, of course you knew that.
Of course.
Proved that earlier.
That's going to be close to a first down.
Close to a first down. If it is a first down, that's it.
It's just short. They'll bring up 4th and 1.
3 minutes to go.
Quarterback sneak, wrap the gut.
I don't know if he got it.
Let's see what's going to depend on the spot.
I don't know.
Depend on the spot, and they called it a first down, just enough.
Well, they're so quick with the whistle.
Just enough here, so the clock will continue running, and
Looks like they're putting in some subs.
yeah, some other guys play.
And I think we'll put a couple. And at 2:25, it's headed to be a shutout here. Bears leading 27-0 in what is the Harvest Helmet Classic. Although, let's just say it should be the Bears Helmet Classic. We haven't won it in 11 years. So, at this point, it's not even a rivalry.
Well, some of these guys, probably have never seen it. Even I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if they even remember it's a thing. Penalty.
It's right there, I think, on the sideline. I see it.
What is?
The helmet. See it on the bench?
Yeah. Well, they've taken good care of it.
First and 15 after the false start there. Get some young guys in. They did it again, but they let them get away with it.
Yeah, they were absolutely moving.
Let some young guys play. They're just letting them go at this point. Let the clock run. 2nd down, and that'll be 2nd and 9.
And we're going to start pulling a few guys, I think. I see Grayson headed off.
We'll get a couple new guys up
It's
there.
going to be fun at home later. 1:30 to go.
Still a couple guys' numbers out there we don't have in the program. Yep.
Not surprised. Not a surprise.
So I'd love to give a shout out.
Yeah.
I do see Riker Mock out there, and I think it might be 65, might be Elijah Wright.
You wouldn't. I don't know. Just it's like a lottery.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Sorry, parents. If we can't.
And there's a.
Get in there, blow it dead before somebody gets hurt.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
It's going to take us under a minute. And
so they'll have to run one more play.
Stick with us. It won't be a long one. We're going to get Mr. Producer back on the road. So we will have a quick summary right after the end of this one.
I've never seen a guy ride a motorcycle with this much equipment on the back with him.
It's a big backpack. It's a big backpack. If you do head home or you're out and about and you see a guy with 3 cameras on his back,
they just take a knee.
Yeah,
if you see a guy riding a motorcycle,
yeah.
It looks like he has thousands and thousands of dollars of equipment, and he's at Jerry's getting an ice cream cone. That's probably our producer.
That's probably our producer. Well, that's it, folks. That's the way it's going to run out. And Warriors come to Monroe Central and are unable to, for the first time in this year, unable to put any points on the board. First shutout of the year. And Monroe Central wins this one 27-0. Coach, give us the coach's thoughts on this one. You know, there wasn't a lot of, honestly, not to be mean, there weren't a lot of positives for us, but we got to get ready for homecoming week.
Yeah,
next
you
week.
got to lead into that. That's going to be probably your focus if you're a coach. When you're Coach Nuck, you're going to get down there in the end zone and get focused on next week. You want this one to hurt a little bit, and you're going to turn the page and then get ready for a great week. Like you said, it's like no other week at Wes-Del, and they should be very excited about playing and getting, Indianapolis Tinley will be coming in town, and hopefully we can get refocused and get a win on our home field. I thought initially we didn't start the game like we played the rest of the game. I didn't think we started. I think the first 2 or 3 possessions we just kind of really played a little timid, and we did that one other game and were able to come back, but against the good teams, you can't do that. And one of the things that I like that we did in that Southern Wells game was find a way to fight back. And tonight we did, but you can't do that against good teams like Monroe Central. You can't bury yourself in a hole and then hope to dig yourself out of it when you don't show up early in the game. So we've got to get off to a better start. We know next week Tinley will bring in some athletes, so we'll have a good coaches report. They'll do a good job with that. The other thing that I think is that Coach Nuck and that staff's got to figure out a way to get the guys going a little bit earlier in the game, and I know it's frustrating to them because we've been there before how frustrating it is. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I think I trust in what we're doing. I think we're going in the right direction. We just got to continue to stay the course.
I agree with everything Coach said, and we will stay the course with it. And we got a great coaching staff and a great group of kids, and that is that's the plan. And we got a big week coming up, and homecoming is a great opportunity for us to get refocused and enjoy a week. And if you're an alumni, make sure you get out and come to the game and see the new facility we have there. And the new Paul L. Parker Field looks great. And also,
the parade, all the good
stuff. You got
stuff
the parade on
comes
Friday night. You got everything that comes with it. And
enjoy it.
Come out and enjoy it and have a good time. And great place to make memories with your family. And don't forget, I know Coach won't, Classic Car Show.
Yeah.
It's going to bring the Jag. Trunk or treat.
I feel like I might have to at this point.
At this point, I'm going to make you.
I think I'm going to be in Brown County, but
Wes-Del.
I'll let you borrow it.
At the Wes-Del South parking lot on October 28th. Good luck to the girls tomorrow at the Class A Showdown for volleyball. Good luck to Jane Armington as she heads out to the regional at Edgewood. We'd like to thank our team. You know us, Coach. Thank you for being here with me. We got a nice drive home.
Yeah.
And then I want to thank Mr. Romine, who did everything, produced, camera operator, and we want to thank our graphics team, the WD Creative class. So from Monroe Central, your final score, 27-0. Monroe Central holds on to the Harvest helmet for, I believe, the 11th straight year. Next week, it's homecoming at home at Paul L. Parker Field versus Tinley. We hope to see you all out there. If you can't make it, tune back in right here on the Wes-Del